Warm welcome, this is Markus Termin, Astrologisches Stundenbuch. It's the 26th of October 2024. The situation right now is we are in a moon void course, which is seldom enough because void of moon means the moon, which is in Leo right now as I'm talking still, does not make any aspects. And as you know, this situation doesn't occur that often these days because all the new planets give a variety of possibilities to throw aspects. But we don't have none until Middle European summertime, 5:45 this evening. Still 3 days of summertime. So until this evening there's a void of course moon, which means nothing necessarily has to happen in the case you use this gap in time, could we call it like that, with consciousness. Now when the moon changes to the sign of Virgo, that means that from Leo to Virgo it's of course the change from fire to earth again, and a Virgo moon is always good for getting things done again. The Virgo moon will be in a sextile position to the sun. Also I'm going to show this chart here, the sextile position to the sun. See, this is, I put out the chart for the ingress of the Virgo moon this late afternoon, Middle European summertime, and it's going to be a sextile position to the sun in the sign of Scorpio. So going deep with the sun and at the same time getting your decks clear is one good idea. Also, when the moon touches Virgo first, it has a bing on Regulus. Regulus is the little king, and this is the one who's actually saying, well, who's in charge, you know. Regulus is asking the question, who's in charge? Now, for the shift of Regulus within the tropic zodiac, and there is no other zodiac really, the shift happened 2011. Regulus went over to Virgo, which is, by the way, the contradiction to what they call the age of Aquarius, which actually doesn't exist because it should run the other way around, which does not exist too. So it's all about moving the scale. They did the mistake of moving the scale, and you see that by Regulus usually, or was used to be, the heart of the line, now in the real direct direction, no retrograde direction, moved to Virgo. And what does this mean? The ruler in Virgo means the first expression that we get from that, really, or got from that, is hygienic madness. You know, it turned out that of course we want to clean up the world, we want to have better solution, we want to have it in the Virgo sense, we like to have it in a regular order that makes living possible, you know. But it turned out that Regulus in Virgo tried the bitter zip first and put out something that, in my suggestion, was a gigantic, and now I'm not going to use words because you know the channel we are in. And okay, but you know, Virgo is medical things too. Okay, looking at this sextile, you know, but when the moon touches Regulus in every single life, we could ask the question, now who's ruling? Is it artificial intelligence? Are you sure? Not? Well, that's one of the questions that we ought to ask ourselves these days, which is very important. Anyhow, using this void moon, nothing actually really happens till the evening with consciousness, will mean that maybe one of these days to search our inner center, something that artificial intelligence doesn't touch, you know. Actually, we have to do a lot of thinking about that, indeed. that's the overall situation in general. Of course, Mars is building up the opposition to Pluto. You know, this is not, we're not in the days without tension. Any of those big guys doing something, having an angle to some other planet is doing something, and maybe we need to find out how this works out in your chart. But my advice for today, go into your inner self, use this void moon, not to go into the activities, not to go into the hype and spin. This is maybe the most important thing of these days anyhow. If you want to get in touch, this is the mail address up here with time, place and date where you were born, and down here at my German blog site you will find the conditions for a consultation. Marcus Termin, the 26th of October 2024.